Hello, it's me, Jess. Welcome to my channel. I'm here with another channeled message. This is a specific message. It might resonate with you, it might not. Okay, so this person that I'm channeling today is extremely frustrating to me, and I feel frustrated and very confused because, as a lot of you know, with these channeled reads, a lot of times I'll shuffle cards in order to, get me started, get me pointed in a certain direction as to like what kind of situation to tap into. And that's what I did today. And it started off normal. Everything was fine. And as a matter of fact, why don't we just kind of go down that road together? So the first card that came out here was mend. I want to fix our connection. So cool, right? Like this person's coming through and saying like, I know that I kind of messed things up and I really want to fix the connection. There's an emphasis here on like your heart, because this person feels like they broke your heart. They are saying that they have a lot of regret around breaking your heart. I don't know if I believe this person. I feel like that's where you're at, because it's like this person says one thing and does another, and the actions and the words are not in alignment. And I think words are just not enough. But also I feel like the way this person uses language, and I think that's including like the way that they withhold language, it like amplifies the frustration and the confusion, because it feels like we're just having this like weird circular conversation and that we're talking around this person, like some kind of truth about who they are, because honestly, we got to a point where nothing that they were saying was really making sense. So, right. Okay. They want to mend your connection. That's what they're saying. And they feel really bad about some kind of heartbreak. And I think that has to do with like some kind of reconciliation where I feel like maybe this person left you out in the cold, or, like, because it feels like something here like fell apart and like you guys should have reconciled, or you were like planning on reconciling. And this person that they are saying that they feel like shame around that. And they're also saying, we've got a secrets card here, I haven't told you everything. So this person like kept things from you and they haven't fully come clean. And it could be that they fully haven't come clean about some kind of reconciliation with you. But I feel like this person reconciled with an ex, and that's kind of what we worked our way up to. And so we've got this unexpected outcome card. Things didn't go the way that I planned. And that's where I feel like this person is like kind of getting a little squirrely, because they're like, look, things didn't go the way that I planned, because I feel like this person was like on a break with someone from their past. And I think they have children with this person. I don't know when on this timeline I'm reading for a lot of different people here. So I don't know when on the timeline they had kids. It could have been that they were a family and they had kids and they were on a break. Yeah, I just heard that, Ross and Rachel, like we were on a break. So you could have met this person when they were on a break from their family, but maybe they weren't forthcoming about that. Like I said, this person is slippery. I don't really trust this person because of the way that they are communicating with me. They're not very clear in their language. And it is because I feel like they're telling me like something here is like personal, or that, but it affects you. And I think that is what this person is saying that they regret. And I don't really like that, because I don't know, just me personally, it feels like they're placating you, or they're like, I'm really sorry. Like I should have been more careful with your heart and everything. I don't know. It just, maybe that's not the way that it's coming across. I don't really know about this person, you guys. I feel like that's the way that you are here as well. But they want to be like, listen, things did not go the way that I planned. I just heard, like things change. I think this person is saying that they were afraid of change. And I think that could have been like in regards of this past situation, but also this person's coming through as a player. So make that make sense. Maybe they haven't been loyal I'm actually getting that. I feel like they haven't been loyal in this other commitment, like this family situation that they came back to. And I actually feel like this person does have like a lot of guilt and a lot of shame around that, because they have put this other lady or this other gentleman, whoever this, person is with, they have put that person through hell, I feel. And they do know that, but also this doesn't really work out between the two of them. But this person, they wanted to take like a leap of faith and like try something new. And I feel like that's you, like this new love, but it's the unknown. This person does have this like weird fear of the unknown, but this person also seems like kind of immature in their emotional space. And like they jump from one thing to another thing whenever they have like an emotion. They're not telling me that, because I feel like this person wants to remain in control of a lot of things. They want to remain control. And I feel like in this family dynamic, they are somewhat in control, or they feel somewhat in control. They do feel a little bit controlled though by their partner. And it's just because I feel this person was like caught out doing something, and they feel ashamed by that. It could be that there was discussion about like them being caught out doing something like in like a family unit. And so they do feel like they're monitored, or that they better not step a toe out of line. Like, I don't know, something in regards of that. But through all of this person is like coming through and saying that they always still feel connected to you, and that they feel like you guys have this like soul tie, and they regret not reconciling with you, or they regret like your heartbreak or something like that. And then they start talking again about this like crossroads. They feel like they were at a crossroads and they rolled the dice and they took some kind of leap of faith. They took some kind of second chance, like with their partner. And they're saying things like, I never expected to fall in love. So I don't know if they are saying that they fell in love with their partner, but also right after that, I'm learning a spiritual lesson came out, because I'm not trying to like knock anybody here. I don't really, like I said, I'm not the greatest fan of this person. And I'm not really getting a lot of information about their other partner. I just don't feel like they're right for each other. I don't know that you're right for this person either. I kind of feel like this person needs to sort themselves out. But like in this other connection, he's learning, or she's learning, whoever this is learning some kind of spiritual lesson around that, because this feels like victim, rescuer, persecutor on steroids. Because I feel like this person is a bit self-absorbed, and I just heard they're obsessed with themselves, but like they like the image of themselves as a rescuer. And it could be that they fell in love with their children. And I think they fell in love with maybe this like family dynamic. They fell in love with being needed, because I am kind of getting that. This like a hyper codependent relationship between them and their family and this partner. And this partner like needs them. And this person loves that. They love that this partner needs them. It gives them a sense of purpose, but I also think it maybe allows them, I don't know, to dick off, to play around the partner. If the partner is so needy, then maybe the partner is emotional about being harmed and being abused, but they don't really stand up for themselves, or this feels hyper codependent. So this person could have like ghosted you or left you hanging, disappear, silence, ignore, rejected. And this person is, once again, they're saying like they feel ashamed by that. I am noticing like this person is doing like a blocking motion on their face on the card that I'm looking at. And I feel like it's a lot about image for this person. I think that's also why they feel uncomfortable, because people are talking about them in their family, and they feel like people would talk about them in their family if they did decide to leave this situation that is honestly diseased. It's diseased, like they're codependent. So they both are in this for the wrong reasons. But I feel like this person, I don't know. It's like, they're both, this isn't their highest situation for either of these people. Your person has cheated though. And so I feel like they are the bad guy, and they are the bad guy. Don't get me wrong. You guys know how I feel about a cheater. They absolutely are. And they're the bad guy in your life too. This person's like definitely the villain, but also their partner shouldn't be with them either. But this person is like the scapegoat. They are supposed to be, like they're supposed to pull the plug on this. But I think this person feels controlled by their family. There's also a codependent dynamic with their family, and possibly like with a father. So this person, it's like all of that. It's like, it's a lot of stuff that this person, I think, has convinced themselves is like love or tradition or family or emotion, but it's actually not. It's like, there's emotion here, but it's like anxiety. I think this person feels like they're like a guardian or something. They're not very good at it. They, I don't know. It's made them dishonest. But so this person, yeah, they're ashamed. They're ashamed about a Queen of Pentacles. And I kept trying to go into that, like, why are you ashamed about this Queen of Pentacles? And it's like, well, I'm ashamed that I have one, like, and that I broke your heart, or that I wasn't forthcoming about that. And it caused some type of argument. Yeah, like that this person, I think it broke something. It broke, well, your heart certainly, but like it broke a mold here. I think it might have broken even like as deep as a soul connection here, because I think some of you are just seeing that this person, there's like, I wish that I knew the word, because I feel like there's a certain kind of guy that this describes, where it's just, I feel like he kind of, it's giving like, it's like if the Fonz was more emo and like, indecisive. That's another thing that came out. We have an indecisive card here. I know my inability to make a decision hurts you. And this person felt like they needed to make a decision, but they're kind of saying that they've got feelings here, but they think that because they have to work through this karmic lesson with this other person. I'm not sure you are actually not open to this. And maybe that's why this person also checks in on you from time to time. They're very busy, I think, like in their day-to-day life or whatever, but, they have so many deep emotions for you. But they know that this player routine, which I think they do in their family life, they must, even if it's come out, even if people are, it's like the package of what's going on over here. It's like, well, their family wouldn't be off their, wouldn't be up their throat. They wouldn't, cause they're the bad guy, and they're not, happy in this situation. Like, honestly, I feel he like, and don't take this as me excusing this person's behavior, but like, I feel like if he's ever going to have a shot of not cheating, he needs to get into a situation he wants to be in, you know? Cause he doesn't want to, I feel like this was just, they like had a kid. There was some, yeah. Cause I asked as well, I shuffled that back into the deck, but like, so why are these people together? Cause it's confusing me. This dynamic is so confusing. It's confusing for the two of them and anybody who comes into contact with them. I feel like on a soul level, it's confusing for these kids. I feel like there's a lot of talking around issues that go on there, but it's comfortable for your person. That's what's comfortable for them because they get to be a player. They're afraid of change and jumping into the unknown and into some kind of like new love territory. But it's also like the new situation because I also feel like you're not needy and also like you would stand up for yourself if this person was cheating on you. So it feels like not as secure to them in a way, but they're kind of like dancing around that. And I feel like they're trying to use certain language because they do feel something for you. And I feel like this person wants to explore that. I feel like there's actually, if I'm being honest, it feels like there's a lot of regret around like the exploration of your path and that was cut short, like your connection together. And this person is like very curious. They're strongly curious about like you, whatever, I don't know what your relationship was. Because for some of you, I feel like this person was like double lifing you, you know, where it's like they were with you, but they were also with this other person. But there is like huge regret about, the curiosity around exploring the strength of your connection and what it would be like to be with you and how happy that would be. Because this person does miss you, but that's a very selfish feeling, you know? They're saying like by lying, I ripped us apart. Like this person is like somewhat taking responsibility here. They're saying that shadow side, you made me realize my flaws. And I think this person feels like their flaws is something to do with them not making a decision. But again, that feels like a cop-out. This entire conversation just feels like a cop-out. It feels frustrating. Like I said, it just feels like it goes around in circles in a way that this person seems like they're trying to own up for something. They're also seeming like they're trying to see what's like available. Like, I don't know. They keep saying like, I want to reveal the truth. I want to tell you the truth. This person wants to tell you that they've been reflecting, that they've gained some kind of clarity about your connection. Yeah, they keep saying like our love is there despite the distance and that we have unfinished business together. It seems to me this person's trying to keep you on the line. This person's trying to keep you on the hook. I don't think they're lying about their feelings at all. I just feel like who wants to be around this? You know, who, okay, great. This person has feelings for you. It's not always a compliment when people have feelings for you. And I feel like this is the kind of person where it's like not a compliment for them to have feelings for you. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm getting very frustrated. They want a new beginning with you. They want to be able to like, I think that this person's also like feeling, they have this habit of feeling like the grass is greener because again, they were thinking that with their situation in the past, but it had to do with who they are fundamentally as a person, which is somebody who harms the people that they love. This person's a liar. This person's a cheat. And it like got around. So it's not just like this person and their situation that they're with. It's like, it's because of who they are that they feel like the grass is greener here because they've messed up. They've behaved badly and it has gotten around, I feel. It's being like discussed, it's being spoken about. And so that's why the grass is greener is because it's the path of least resistance. And I feel like this person tries to tell themselves that it's like more than that, but it's just the path of least resistance. And they're in a codependent relationship that feels comfortable to them. And that codependent relationship, I think, has to do, like I said, with their father as well and getting their father's approval or something. And there's something here where in this family, we dance around our issues. We talk around our issues. And this person is a problem kind of like, and they are allowed to exist under those dynamics. That is where the mold grows, like in this person's soul. And they need to like get out into sunlight. They are ashamed of themselves. They kind of know. And they know, but they're talking around all of this. And I can just see it very clearly. And I feel like in this instance, I kind of represent you where it's like, they can't do this. They can't talk around an issue with you because you're just going to call it straight. And this person is intrigued by that. And it feels like soulmate energy because it is. I feel like, unfortunately, maybe you are soulmate for this person because you actually are coming up that way. But you also illuminate the fact that this person is like weak. Their sun energy is weak. And that has to do with like their codependent relationship with their family. So they like the version of themselves that they would end up being like down the road if they like actually had the cojones, which this person has zero cojones, just none cojones, just retreated all the way. Their balls are in their throat. Okay. And I don't fuck with it. So, yeah, but I feel like this person likes who they would be if they took the path with you, but they have to get over their devil energy because this person just like lives in the short term. This person is so afraid of like short-term discomfort that they just stay stuck and moldy and stagnant forever. And it's a real problem. And this person also would have to put the work in, and they're not sure that they wanna because this person's like lazy. They're just lazy. And they're in some kind of comfortable situation. And there's something to do with like the thought leaders around this person. They understand them. And yeah, I think it would cause a fight, or they would be like they don't want these people to kind of see them going towards you. You could represent a change for this person on like more fundamental levels too. Like, I don't know, maybe this is a religious change, or they would have to move to be with you or something. This is like a big change. And I think it would actually be good for this person overall. I mean, they have kids here and I don't know how old these kids are or anything. But I just feel like, but still, I don't think they should have gotten tangled. This is clearly a karmic situation, but it's like from top to bottom. It's like they're in a karmic family situation. They married a karmic for karmic reasons, and they're staying for karmic reasons. It's just like compounded karmic energy, and you are this person's soulmate. And I do feel spirit maneuvered you into this person's life in order for them to get like a flash glimpse of something different, but they would have to be something different, and they would have to like come clean. I feel like you were the bridge. Actually, I feel like you were an offering from spirit of like, if you want out, like here's your path out, you know, in a healthy way, where it's not like sabotaging and self-destructive. Yeah. But also this person is like thinking the grass is greener over there with you. And that's not fair either, because I feel like as soon as the going gets tough, this person just like falls apart. They're not very strong, this guy. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I feel like there's, this is either a karmic or there's just a lot of karma. I also feel like things are very routine for this person and just like bland. And so they dream about like kind of coming towards you, being your emperor, having the Two of Cups with you, but they also know that you're angry with them. And the fact that they're married, I feel for a lot of you, this person was like married, or they got married, like went back to their ex that they like maybe have a child with, and they got married. For some, I feel like they feel it would interrupt their prospects for them to like have a baby mom or something, and like not to marry this person, or for them to like, I feel like with you though, maybe they never expected to fall in love with you. And they didn't expect for this to be a karmic crossroads, but spirit's like, yeah, I mean, welcome to life. You don't expect certain things. You're in a karmic situation. What did you think was going to happen? You know, that it was just going to go on indefinitely, and that nothing was ever going to challenge it. Nothing was ever going to spark tension or like rub up against it, where you have an actual path that was meant for you, or like an actual soulmate that you could take the journey, but you'd have to fundamentally change. And this person is just dedicated to being in karmic energy. You represent the change that they want to see in the world and in their world and in their life, but they're not, I just heard the word chicken shit. This person's too chicken shit to like really go after it. So they stay in this situation. And it's not fair on their partner either. Because I do feel their partner has this kind of sad sack thing, but I think, again, it's kind of giving anxious preoccupied, where anxious preoccupied feels that if they are not needy, that people will not love them. And I feel like that partner maybe needs to challenge that. Because I feel like, yeah, I'm not going to pull any cards about the partner, because I can just tell that they're not right for each other. And this person does feel ashamed, but they don't feel, this person just kind of sits in it. You know, they just kind of sit in it, and daydreams about you. And so it probably feels you might be like just breaking away from this person. Well, I feel like you're coming up as Venus. Yeah. And Venus doesn't take shit is the thing. Whereas this is coming off very moon energy. It's very like needy, where you're Venus. You expect a partner. You expect someone that can stand on their own 2 feet. And this guy just can't. So I feel like you're very capable of making a decision. And I think that you did. And I also feel like if this person was being honest, that's why they didn't say anything, because you would have made a decision just like that. You wouldn't have waffled on the fence, you know? And they know that about you. And I feel like you kind of represent a strength to this person that I feel like they want to be like you, like they wish that they were like you. So anyways, this was hyper confusing. And I feel like your interlude with this person, whatever it was, however long it was, is probably deeply confusing, because I do think that you're soulmates. I hate saying stuff like that when I feel like this isn't really a great person, and you probably have feelings about the way that you've been treated by this person. So I'm not trying to trigger you in any way, but I feel like maybe this was a soulmate, but there's definitely a lot of karma here. And there definitely has been a treatment and a disregard for you. And this person is saying that they feel sorry. But again, they say one thing and they do another. And this person just kind of runs their mouth and they don't put up or shut up. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing you say. Put up or shut up. You don't really appreciate that this person wants to like come through and, oh, let's mend things. This person's incapable of mending things because step one is leaving their situation and figuring out who they are. And you don't want them to leave their situation and jump over into your situation because this person is lazy. I'm just going to call it. This person is lazy and they just, what I feel like the moment that something is like a little bit hard or this person has to like push through, they're like, I should have never left my other situation where it was cush. And even though I was sitting in my own stew, like, you know, that's exactly who this person is. And I feel like you need to get away from it. And allow this person to change for themselves. You know, they need to change for themselves. I feel they are a player. I do think that their player ways come down to fear in some way, fear of change. And that it's kind of maybe like rebellious against this family because they're afraid of changing this family dynamic, not just the family that they've built and are responsible for. That's all I'll say. But their family of origin. This person's afraid of changing or challenging or rocking the boat there. And so they've just become a player where they like hide themselves and they slither around slippery like behind the scenes. They've become the worst version of themselves. I know that this person is afraid of what people say, but what people say about you, it has a lot to do with themselves. And it's definitely not worse on a spiritual karmic level than what this person has become because they've become kind of the worst version of themselves. They're a snake. This person's like a slippery snake and they have feelings and they feel bad, but it's not enough for them to change their behavior and they just sit in it. And this person honestly has no plans of changing. They want to just sit and daydream about you. They do know that you're their soulmate. They do know that you're a higher path. They know that you're a much stronger person than the partner and that they would have to be a much stronger person in being with you. And part of them is very excited about what that would mean for them and that their life would feel more maybe like themselves or more adventurous. But this person, I feel the need to say it again. They've become the worst possible version of themselves, which is this like lazy, snaky, playery, codependent rescuer that this is not a situation where anyone is being helped. This is not a situation where anyone is being rescued. And this person like sits on their throne, jerking it to the fact that they think that they're a rescuer. And meanwhile, they're harming a lot of people. It's kind of the worst case scenario. So anyways, that's what I have for you. I'm so sorry about this message. I really am. And I'm sorry about this person and like the energy that they're in and probably a lot of confusion that you've had to parse through with your own feelings and your own heart in this situation. And also the fact that this person doesn't give you a straight answer, or even if they do give you a straight answer, it's with a caveat or their actions don't align with it. So you can never put any weight on it. Yeah, this person's a flake. They're like a flake. Anyways, that's what I have for you. If that resonates, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye, guys.